Welcome back to another episode of Andrew's Movie reviews. It is 1:30 at night. I am fucking exhausted. But I have great news for you. I just watched Sinners, and by fucking far is it my favorite movie I've watched this year. We have finally broken the 8 threshold on my score portfolio. God damn, was that film good. I guess I'll just talk about the score. So I have a score in mind, and I don't want to spoil why the score is like that, so I'll try to be like super unspoilery. But it was an 8.2, but then the ending of it, or sorry, 8.3, but the ending of it genuinely gave me like an 8.5. Genuinely a really good fucking film. First of all, I like Ryan Coogler. I think Ryan Coogler is a great fucking director. The unfortunate part about it, I've talked about it, I think in my last review, that the best way to watch this film, according to Ryan Coogler, who said so himself, is to watch this in like an IMAX theater, because the way he shot it on film is that on some moments it'll like increase the aspect ratio, which can only be shown on an IMAX movie because it's a much bigger screen. So unfortunately, I didn't get to watch it that way. I kind of regret that because I feel like it would have added so much to the film, but I only watched it on the standard version. And it turns out I now know why they didn't show it on IMAX, because this theater does have IMAX, but it's under construction because I think they're renovating it. So fuck. But if you're buying IMAX theater and you want to like spend a little bit more, definitely 100% watch this on IMAX. I think pretty sure ScreenX and 4DX, which they both have here, still use the same aspect ratio as a standard showing. So you have to show an IMAX or something at least bigger than that if you want to feel the full experience of this film, which I want to do, but I can't because I already watched it. Anyways, so a couple of points we can start on, and then we'll go into the spoilery part. But the most important part of this fucking film, the music in this film is so fucking good. I don't go out of my way to listen to blues or anything, or like bluegrass or blues music. I can't speak. I'm tired. I'm sorry. But like, you can't go wrong with blues and soul music, bro. That shit, like, it's the whole point of the fucking movie, but it was so goddamn good. There's this one part in the film where like they merge every like, how do I want to describe this? Like the evolution of like black music throughout history, and they merge it into like one song and like different aspects, and they show like different aspects of the culture. And it was fucking amazing. The thing I love about Ryan Coogler is how good he is at like representing cultures. Now, for me, obviously, it would be Black Panther 2, and how the way he represents like native Mexican culture. Even though technically through my Ancestry.com DNA, I'm more Spanish than I am Mexican. Still, I just like the way he represents culture in all his films. I think he does a great fucking job in that. And musically, he did a great job of that. Fantastic. The acting was really fucking good. Michael B. Jordan played two very distinct characters very well. I am getting a little sick of the one actor doing two roles in the same movie gimmick, because I feel like we've had 3 films already this year that have that. That's Mickey 17. I'm pretty sure Alto Nights had that. I didn't watch Alto Nights, but I'm pretty sure it was in that. Robert De Niro was 2 people, and now Michael B. Jordan, and I'm sure we'll have more films like that. Let's leave this trope, and I'm okay with the trope being here this year, but let's leave it in this year. We don't need that many movies with one actor playing 2 different fucking roles. But that being said, Michael B. Jordan did a great fucking job. Pretty much the whole cast. The only person I might have a slight criticism for is Haley Steinfeld. And I'm not saying she's a bad actor. Like, she did a good job in her role. It's just sometimes, without spoiling it, it came off a little cringe. Nothing that was like crazy, like it took me out of the film. But I just like seeing Haley Steinfeld speak the way she did in that role. And like they're trying to like represent her as this type of character. Sometimes it came off a little cringe. Not often, but sometimes. What else? The cinematography was so fucking good. I'll have to explain this more in the spoilery part, but like the way they would juxtapose shots from like the beginning of the film to the end of the film, and like how they could use some of those shots to like foreshadow future events, was so fucking good. And like I don't know if like I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but like there was times where like I could see a shot and I was like, this is gonna be set up in a future reference. Like I knew, like I saw that shot and I was like, if he's gonna make this movie good, I know this shot is gonna come back in a different way, if that makes sense. And it did. Not all of them, but a lot of them did. And a lot of this film are like, I might use this word wrong. I hope I don't fucking use this word wrong. Allegory or analogy? Are those different words? Whatever. I'll fucking put a note, and if I fuck it up, you can yell at me. But like a lot of these things in this film were like an analogy or an allegory for like something different. I have to go back on this in my spoiler part because I don't want to spoil anything. But like, there's hidden messages everywhere in this film. It kind of felt like a Jordan Peele horror film. Like you remember, obviously, Get Out. It's not Get Out, but it has that kind of like certain feel to it. And maybe because they're both like horror movies directed by black directors, but like it had a certain charm to it that reminded me of Jordan Peele, which might be like a super like mild take, but I just thought I'd point it out anyways. Yeah, just a lot about this film was just really fucking good. I guess some of the negatives, like I said, I already said Haley Steinfeld. There are some parts where I slightly lost a little bit of interest, but not very often. But again, it might have been because I'm just super fucking tired and I was kind of getting sleepy for a little bit. But it was nothing that like bored the shit out of me. Let's put it that way, right? It was nothing that like made me watch my phone or like check my fucking phone for shit. It kept my attention like 98% of the time. Yeah, I don't know what else I can talk about without spoilering, whatever. So I guess let's just talk about the spoilers. So spoiler alert. So let's go back to what I was saying about the juxtapositions they had in this film. I think the two main ones that are like the most obvious are the beginning shot of the film with the guy with Michael B. Jordan driving in with his car, and at the end of the movie where Sammy, who's actor, this is the first time I think I'm ever gonna use the character's name instead of the actor's name in these reviews, because I actually remember the character's name, but I don't know the actor's name. When Sammy came back in the car, it was like the same setup of the shot of when Michael B. Jordan was coming in the first time. And then another shot when again, Michael B. Jordan, I forgot the fucking characters' names. Not Stack, Smoke. Was it Smoke? I think it was Smoke. Smoke was getting busy with his woman and they were doing a lot of neck kissing. I was like, this is absolutely gonna be like a juxtapositioned shot later in the film. And of course, I was right, because they like macked, like Haley Steinfeld fucking macked on fucking Stacks, and that's how he got fucking infected. Infected? Is that the right word for vampirism? I don't fucking know. But that was a good juxtaposition. And like I said, the music, when they start playing the music and all those different like cultures start blending in. I don't know if there were any like famous, like I don't know if the guy playing the electric guitar, I don't know if that was a famous person or not. But it was cool when the hip hop started playing and you saw like the fucking two dudes started like crip walking and like you can hear the like NWA 80s type synth music coming in. And overall, some of the cinematography in this film, cinematography in the film was fantastic. Like when he first walks into his when Smoke, I hope I'm saying the character's name right, when Smoke walks into his girlfriend house, I guess, and like they have a shot of them talking outside and there's like beautiful nature just behind them and the shot positioning of the tree in the middle and then like them right there like that. It was just like so fucking good. And then like there was a lot of good script details. I might remember this wrong, so I don't know, but I guess this will also lead into my like final point of like what I said about the ending. But when Haley Steinfeld and Stacks, Michael D. Jordan, they were talking and he was like, that I love you and I want to be with you forever. I was like, that's cute. But I guess I didn't think about it fully, because then I guess we'll talk about like honestly, probably my favorite part of the fucking movie, genuinely, the ending. Like we literally cut the credits and then I'm like, I'm about to get up and leave. And then boom, plot twist, I guess. Michael B. Jordan, Stacks, and Haley Steinfeld are alive. And like that line where he was like, I want to be with you forever. Now they're literally together forever because they're fucking vampires. And I fucking loved that ending. That like, first of all, let me finish my point first, then I'll get into this. I love how the ending, how they don't just fucking kill Sammy. They like let him live and like do what he's been doing. Like I love that respect that they showed, which leads me to my next point. I loved how intelligent these monsters were. Like, obviously they're vampires, and like vampires aren't like stupid or anything, but like I loved the intelligence levels of this film. Because one thing I hate about horror movies is how fucking stupid people are, but no one in this film really felt fucking stupid. Like, everyone felt like they made intelligent choices. The only maybe dumb moments are like when he like went to go hand him the money and he gets fucking pulled out of the house. Like, you just fucking throw him the money. Like, I feel like, why would you hand it to him? But like, no one was ever fucking stupid. I love the intelligence of the vampires. If this was a zombie movie, this movie would have sucked. The fact that these vampires had intelligence, and like, I loved how they like played on the trope. Not played on the tropes. Like, it was straight up like the rules of vampirism, where the vampires can't come in unless you invite them. How the garlic hurts them, the silver stakes, all that shit, like sunlight. Yes, vampires were a great fucking choice for a monster for this film. Yeah, just honestly, I'm sure I'm forgetting details, but there's so many fucking details that I genuinely loved that this film was just fucking great. Highly recommend it. So when I was walking out of the theater, this guy was talking to his friends and he was explaining the like theme of the movie, so I'm gonna steal what he said and pawn it off as mine. But he was saying that the whole movie Sinners is an analogy or an allegory, so I don't know the fucking difference of those words, for sin. And the only way you can have sin in your life is if everyone tries to avoid sin in their life, but the only way sin can get to you if you invite it into your life. And that we're all trying to escape sin, which is the whole thing about the devil and how religious the movie is, because everything's about sin. You let sin come into you. They went from Chicago, which I feel like Chicago's called... No, never mind. I was going to say Chicago's Sin City. No, that's Las Vegas. But Chicago back then in the 1930s was full of sin because of Al Capone and all that. And they came from sin to make a better life, but a different life for them. But they still had brought the sin with them. And that's when the whole vampire shit happened. So this whole movie is an allegory for sin, which is why it's called Sinners. I was also trying to figure out if the vampires itself was like an allegory for like the KKK or just religion or maybe just cults in general. I feel like there's a deeper meaning, or I'm trying to dig too deep. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think about the vampires. Like, if like the cultiness they had were like, hey, join us and you'll be happy forever. And I guess maybe that's their own way of freedom, that they were fighting for their freedom. Maybe freedom is another thing in there too, because the vampires are trying to fight for their version of freedom while everyone else is trying to fight from their freedom from like slavery, because they're still on plantations. I don't think they're slaves because it's 1930 at this point. But maybe. And then the Klan, obviously. The one thing I didn't love, but I guess it was cool, was like kind of the ending where Michael B. Jordan's smoke was like just random. I don't say just randomly, but like the Klan members from the day before start coming to like kill him and everybody there, and he fucking like kills them all. Cool moment. I thought it was kind of random at first, but it's a really good moment where like he's on the ground getting like with a bullet wound and he starts like smoking a cigarette and like he can see his wife and his baby with him, and it was like, that was a really cool moment. So like it felt a little random to put that in there, but like it also kind of made sense, but it was a good scene, so I don't like hate it. I don't hate it at all. It was cool. It felt weird, but it kind of made up for it with how good the scene was, if that makes sense. Yeah, I could harp all fucking day about this film. It was really fucking good. Absolutely watch it. I genuinely mean go out of your way, buy a fucking ticket, watch this film. 8.5, genuinely really fucking enjoyed it. I might even watch it again if I have a little extra money and I want to go drive to an IMAX theater, because it was that fucking good. Yeah, I gotta go to bed. I'm exhausted. Also, speaking of fucking money, this movie would have cost me $15 if I didn't have Regal Unlimited. $15 for a fucking movie ticket. Not even an IMAX, not even a 4DX, a standard fucking ticket. $15. Probably because we're in California and it's a Friday night, or I guess now it's a Sunday or Saturday morning. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. Ticket prices, way too fucking expensive. You're wondering why no one goes to the movies? Because tickets cost fucking $15. That's why. Regal Unlimited, 100% worth it. $25 a month. That's sponsor me. Sponsor me, please. Okay, that's it. Next week, I don't know what's coming out. So maybe Minecraft movie. I think I'm kind of over that at this point, honestly. It's been too long. I don't care anymore. Chicken Jockey. No. Yeah. I don't know. We'll find out. You'll see. Who gives a shit? Thank you for watching. I gotta go to bed. I'm tired. Thank you. Good night. Vampires aren't real, so don't be scared. But sin is real, so don't sin. Sin is bad. That's it. Okay, bye.